Okay, I was sitting around for a while because I had to sort some things out before I started recording again, but y'all scared me. I just gotta start this off with saying y'all scared me, man. Okay, I posted the first video of like the first two of the horse and the infant, just a man. I posted that Tuesday. The algorithm caught it like 3 days later. I woke up and suddenly, y'all gotta understand, at the time I'm posting this, I have like, as of now, just shy of 700 subs. When I get a jump of like 30 plus in a day for a channel my size, that's scary. That's scary, because that means the algorithm fucking noticed me. We're past 15 seconds, I can curse. But holy crap, the people who literally, y'all just came out of the woodwork for that video. It's like, it's genuinely astonishing. Thank you so much. The comments were great. The people there were just fun comments all around. I'm glad some of y'all were keen to hear my insights despite the fact I'm not new to the songs. So that's great and that's fun. A quick update on the playlist. Obviously, I did change it. I did actually swap in, so almost the entire Cyclops Saga has been one animatic. Correction on this, I said mircsy in the first video. I was, thankfully, someone corrected me in the comments. It is actually pronounced mircsy. I just had a tism moment and pronounced it the way I thought it was, the way it was spelled, because, you know, I don't have room to talk, man. I'm bad enough as is when it comes to that. So anyway, what I'm going to try and record today, geez, I need to not pause as much. I want to try and finish up the rest of the Troy Saga. So that's Full Speed Ahead, Open Arms, and Warrior of the Mind. I don't care if it gets a little bit long. I'm probably not going to talk about Full Speed Ahead too much. This one's kind of more of a transitional song anyway. So there's not a whole lot to go into about it. Though I could be wrong and I could talk about it for like 10 minutes. We'll figure that out. I definitely know that Open Arms and Warrior of the Mind, I'm going to have a lot more to say, especially if we talk about Mircsy's interpretations of things and just general ideas. This one especially, because I definitely know a bit more about it, at least in terms of like what it covers, in terms of like the part of the Odyssey in particular that is the highlight. But unlike last time, I'm not going to waste 5 minutes, so let's just get started with Full Speed Ahead, aka, and this one, Full Speed Ahead, is the animatic is done by WolfyTheWitch. So the first change, Wolfy's got a few more on here, like particularly Remember Them in My Goodbye. They also have a really good style. I'd compare them like with Gigi. But anyway, we'll start off with I was about to say Just a Man for some reason. I don't know. Anyway, Warrior. I keep trying to say the wrong song. We're talking about, first off, Full Speed Ahead. So let's go. Let's just talk. Let's just go. Again, this one's more transitional, so don't expect me to talk about it too much compared to the others. I'm gonna have some things to say, probably more about the what gets set up in it, because this song does set up a lot of motifs actually from what I remember. So we'll see if I can remember which ones.
600 men under my command.
Okay, gonna stop quick. Okay, so the whole, from just the topic of it, the 600 men line, that's one of those, that's another one of those motifs actually that gets repeated a lot. The amount of men that Odysseus has with him is a continuous running motif that gets referenced in other songs throughout the first act that I remember. So we start from 600. To reference the numbers though, just so everyone understands, Odysseus has a fleet of 12 ships, and a Greek ship could hold up to 50 men in total. So there are 12 ships and there are 50 men per, so you get the 600 number out of it. The number is not going to stay 600 throughout the entirety of this, so it's good. But yeah, no, this one starts off, we get more motifs. We'll probably be through this one quickly.
With only one goal in mind,
make it back alive
to our homeland.
600.
Oh, wait, oh, Wolfie did the bed reference again. Hold up. Let me dial that back. Hold up. Yeah, right there. The reference with the whole marriage bed thing. Nice one, Wolfie. Nice.
600 men, 600 miles of open sea. But the problem's not the distance,
it's what lies in between.
Oh, I like that. I like the references. Okay, let's see. Okay, it was quick. There was like a few frames per, so I want to see if I can't catch which ones, point out which mythological creature is what.
Open sea, but the problem's not the distance,
it's what.
Okay, so pretty sure that's Charybdis, and that's Scylla. It was like only a couple frames per. But yeah, so that's correct me if I'm wrong about which one again. This is a guess. Pretty sure that's Scylla, the whole multi-headed sea monster, and then Charybdis, the whole like gulping sea thing. Those are that's definitely yeah. I think I do remember there are clips about it. Like Jorge's gonna get there eventually. I do think there are clips of like the in progress songs online about like I think Scylla gets a song in particular because I know Charybdis is usually more like just a force, but Scylla does definitely have a personality and will, so it does. Like, I haven't heard the snippet itself, I think. Actually, I don't think I've listened to the Scylla song snippet, whatever its title is going to be, because it's still WIP. It's interesting. But that's funny with Scylla, though, because anyone who's paid attention, I've also been playing Hades on my streams, the roguelike. And Hades 2 recently went into early access. And one of the bosses in Hades 2 is Scylla, and she has a whole song thing with sirens. It's freaking great. It's amazing. It's fantastic. It's funny. So it will be interesting to see what the full Scylla song is when that eventually comes out, because that's an Act 2 thing.
Lies in between.
And did they cause waiting? My kingdom is waiting.
Okay, yeah, I think that's another. Okay, I'm not sure if it'll get referenced. I'll probably point out, but the whole thing with like the Ithaca's waiting. Pretty sure that's another motif that gets used in a few songs. I might catch it. I might not. It might just be in this one. It might just be the way the lyric is.
Penelope's waiting for me, so force me to.
I do know though. Again, we're not even a minute through it. I've already yapped quite a bit, mostly because I'm talking motifs. Because I do think that the full speed ahead motif itself does get referenced in other songs. I'll just have to hope that my ears are sharp enough to catch it when it gets pointed out. Again, I'm not a music major. I'm not the best at it, but I'm pretty good at catching motifs. Okay, I have been trained. Okay, I have like too many hours in Final Fantasy XIV. I have been trained by Seiker to catch motifs. I don't know why my app was acting up for a second there. It's fine. Anyway, so we'll just hope I can catch the this full speed ahead motif as we go through some of the other songs. Ooh, just enjoying Jorge's voice here.
Captain, you really just.
Okay, this one to explain. I want to. Okay, mythological dump real quick to explain. Eurylochus is the brother of Penelope, so he is this guy here to the left. You can't see my mouse. Is Odysseus' brother-in-law. So these two are relatively close. This is really funny to me. I'll talk about it more as we go, but I'll simply say it. I heard someone comment on it on another video. I will get to it when we get to it, but basically, as someone said, musical Eurylochus, epic Eurylochus, would throttle the shit out of mythological Eurylochus for what he did, because let's just say Eurylochus is kind of like attempting to be the voice of reason in a lot of these songs, right? Mythological Eurylochus was the opposite of the voice of reason. In fact, he was the cause of a lot of problems over the course of the Odyssey. But we'll get there when we get there. It's really funny to talk about. I don't know who plays Eurylochus. I've seen some of the shorts and some of the stuff. Very good voice though. This guy has a really good voice, so props to him. Someone will again probably comment that they did it with Zeus too. I don't know why the model is acting up. It's pausing. It's fine. It's fine. It doesn't do it for too long. Anyway, so just a fun bit of the mythological note. Eurylochus is portrayed very differently here in the play in general than he was in the Miss. Miss Eurylochus was a fucking idiot. I'll just say it that way. But epic musical Eurylochus, very different character, but it is a nice shift to kind of counterbalance Odysseus. So we'll keep going. But just keep in mind, he is Odysseus' brother-in-law and Penelope's brother, so it kind of lends to the whole thing they got going on.
600 men. 600 men. 600 men with big mouths to feed. And we've run out of supplies to eat.
First the war of food stores depleted.
Yeah, when you're at war for 10 years, you're gonna go through a lot of supplies very quickly.
600 men.
600 men.
600 reasons to take what we can. So Captain, what's the plan?
Captain, what's the plan?
Watch where the birds fly. They will lead us to land. There we'll hunt for food, my second in command. Now for speed ahead.
We go.
We're off and away we go. We're off and away we go.
Captain. Polities. Look.
Okay, Polities. Everyone's favorite sunshine boy. I don't remember a lot of the mythical parts about Polites compared to the other characters. I don't remember a whole lot about him, mostly. But he, at least in the play, he is everyone's favorite sunshine child. And we're going to suffer immensely for that. I am going to suffer immensely for that. I hate it. Jorge, when I get you, I'll be saying this repeatedly throughout some of the songs every time I'm caused emotional pain.
There in the distance, I see an island. I see a light that faintly glows.
Oh, right. I don't remember his last name, but Polites is actor. His name is Steve. I forget his surname. Very good voice. I love this like voice. It's nice. It's light. It's good voice. Everyone in this play has such an amazing singing voice. I don't know why. Jorge, you got such amazingly talented people in it for these songs. Bra fucking vo.
Maybe they're people lighting a fire. Maybe they'll share some food. Who knows?
Something feels off here. I see fire, but there's no smoke.
Ooh.
I say we strike first. We don't have time to waste. So
Holy, wait, Wolfie. Oh, that was great. Hold up. Let's go back for a second there. What Wolfie did there was great. Watch Polites. Polites. I'm going to watch Polites for a second. I noticed that here. Watch Polites. It's so good.
I say we strike first. We don't have time to waste. So let's raid the place.
Oh, that's so good, Wolfie. That was so good. Oh, I love seeing him cycle through the expressions as he gets like, no, Eurylochus. No, we don't need to do that. Oh, bravo. That was good. That was actually really fun. Good. That was a good one, Wolfie. Props to Wolfie for that.
Oh, Polites, gear up.
Yeah, that does kind of set it up that Polites and Eurylochus are kind of the two ends here. Polites is the gentle one, the one who wants to try and avoid fighting if he can, but Eurylochus is the more ruthless one. So they're kind of being the devil and angel on Odysseus' shoulder right now. Stuff got caught in my throat. They're basically being the devil and the angel on Odysseus' shoulder. So we'll see how this goes. Oh, it's good. Also, again, props to Wolfie for just the expressions on Polites' face. It's so good. Look at this poor man. He's like, Eurylochus, no.
No, Polites, gear up. You and I'll go ahead.
You and I'll go ahead.
We should try to find a way no one ends up dead.
We don't know what's ahead.
Give me till sunrise, and if we don't return, then 600 men can make this whole place burn. Now full speed ahead.
Ooh, the shift to the electric guitar. Remember what I said in the first one. Whenever Odysseus swaps between being more human-like and more ruthless, he swaps between the acoustic guitar and the electric guitar. So with his saying of, like, if we don't return by dawn, this whole place can burn, that's him being a bit more ruthless. So shifts to the electric guitar. The first instance of a facepalm in these animatics. Eurylochus is so done. He's like, come on. Everyone's so done with each other in these animatics. Okay, I paused it for a second to try to get the shift. Okay, let's make sure the numbers were accurate. Let's make sure. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Perfect. Wait. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, 12 ships. 12 ships exactly. Exactly what I said. So 12 ships, each with 50 men on them. I said I wasn't going to talk about the song much, and we're already almost 14 minutes into the video. Fuck it. Fuck it. It's going to be a bit longer anyway. Okay. Okay. So, before we get started here, already 14 minutes in, it's like, okay, we got through the first song. I yapped about that quite a bit more than I thought I would, but hey. So next up, this one's interesting because this song covers effectively the encounter with the Lotus Eaters. So to kind of give the mythological background to this for Open Arms. And I love this one, actually. This is a really good song. There are so many parts of it. This song has become really popular in the animatic scene for like OCs and stuff. So, like, because Polites and Odysseus have a dynamic in this song that's really good for other stuff. I've seen a few of them. It's really fun. But we're probably know the image. Also, mircsy introduces something in here that's great, and I'll talk about it when it comes up. But for the mythological aspect, the Lotus Eaters were an encounter that was had by Odysseus and his crew, obviously, on the way. The main gimmick with the Lotus Eaters is that they ate a plant called Lotus, which I'm not sure what it's supposed to be actually. I don't know why my model's glitching out. Hold up. I'm going to quickly fix this. So there will be a brief cut. Okay, let's hope that fixes it. Let's hope this fixes the weird model behavior. Anyway, so the Lotus Eater thing is that, like, they eat this plant, or if you're familiar with Percy Jackson, it wasn't like a flower. It was more so some kind of, I think it was like a cookie, or that was just how the movies portrayed it. I don't remember what it was in the book. It's been a very long time since I read any of the Percy Jackson books. That was like middle school. But the thing is, like, when you eat the lotus, it kind of like, it's where the term Lotus Eater Machine comes from. Like, it's a trope name. Basically, it puts you into like this state of bliss, like you're chill. Basically, you're high as balls. So it kind of keeps you locked there. So if you eat it, it's dangerous, which then leads into obviously where this goes next with Polyphemus. Polyphemus, I don't know how you say it. I say Polyphemus. So anyway, let's get to this. Mythological background done. Model still being weird. Okay, we're just gonna have to live with that. We're just gonna have to live with that this video. It's fine. Anyway. Ooh.
You can relax, my friend.
And here we get Mircsy's style, which I do like Mircsy's style. It's a lot more it's a lot softer in nature than some of the others. Also, I do like using the more like the accurate armor, or at least this is after they geared up and got off the ship, obviously. So, you know, Odysseus being all wary and tense.
Huh? I can tell you're getting nervous, so do yourself a service and try to relax, my friend.
And find Polites.
Think of all that we have been through. We'll survive. What do we get into? I know that you're tired of the war and bloodshed. Tell me, is this how we're supposed to live? Look at how you grip your sword. Enough said. Why should we take when we could give?
Okay, obviously with the animatic, these are our interpretations, but it's so funny that for this, that Mircsy had Polites just take Odysseus' sword and toss that shit. But I do like this. I do like what he said up here with Polites. Keep in mind, obviously, you gotta remember, Polites was with Odysseus and his other soldiers the entire Trojan War. So he's not unfamiliar with war himself, with fighting and killing and all that stuff. But here, I do love this display that he can see how tense Odysseus is, how all the 10 years of war have worn on him and made him anxious and tense. And he's like, hey, we're done with that now. The war's done. We can move on from it, man. I do love this. I do love the character. And I will forever hold it against Jorge for making me and others suffer immensely with how this went. But bravo. I love having a character who's like Polites, who's just like the bright, happy contrast, the mood lifter, the reliever of tension, who's the one who can kind of get people out of their funks by just being the positive, upbeat, sunshine ball in the room. Love it. I love it. I love this.
If you can show a person that you trust when you stop and lower your guard, here we have a chance for some adjustment. Give it a try. It's not that hard. I'm telling you, this life is amazing when you.
I do like this. This is a fun like interpretation of what could be going on. Just Polites having a good time, being a joy. Odysseus is just tired. Now he's wet.
Open arms, whatever we face, we'll be fine.
It's a butterfly.
From the heart, no matter the place, we can light up the world. Here's how to start. Greet the world with open arms. Greet the world with open arms.
Stay back!
Oh.
My friend, greet the world with open.
I'll talk about it in a second. Hold on.
We're only here for food.
Okay, so I'll talk about it when we can see it in a second, but I do like this. I like this interpretation. They're not quite the chorus. Again, keep in mind the chorus is always diegetic, so obviously Polites and Odysseus don't get a chorus. But the Lotus Eaters, who are being portrayed as these little funky guys, I do think they're called Winions nowadays. That's also just like a general terminology for like the fan base too. There's a lot of terms to it, though. It came from a different song, originated as Winions, because it's a portmanteau of wind and minions. But that comes from Keep Your Friends Close, which is a couple sagas off from where we are now. But I do love how Mircsy portrays the Lotus Eaters in terms of like how they sound in the song, because they sound like funny little guys, whereas in the mythology, they were just kind of people who just kind of lived on the island. They were zooted out of their minds on the lotus flowers, dog. Yo.
600 600 friends are waiting for us to show our faces. Stay back, I'm warning you. If we don't get back safely, my men will turn this place into blazes.
Look at these little things! Mircsy, they're so cute! I want a plush of them! I want a plush of one of the Lotus Eaters. They're so cute! I don't care. I don't care if I've docked points off my man card for that. Look at them! They're small and fluffy, got little flowers on their head, and they're little drooling because they're all hopped up on the lotus plant. Oh, it's so good. Oh, they're so cute. I love how Mircsy interpreted them. I just love them being little zooted fluff balls. They're so good. Oh, I love these. I love this portrayal. And again, just with how Jorge's doing it, like, this is very intentional on his part. He said that this is kind of like, again, we can't tell how he's going to do it in the play itself, because that was just on the demo song, because this is all the concept album. But I do like this portrayal of, like, the Lotus Eaters as just these little guys. They don't mean any harm. They're not trying to, like, put anyone in danger. They're just little guys who are just chilling on their island, eating their fruit and getting zooted. It's fine, and they're cute. And again, Mircsy, absolute props for making these absolutely adorable little fluff balls. I love them.
See?
Oh, look at Paul. Look at how he just lights up. Okay, let's go back a couple frames. I want to get that. Goes from the beady eyes to, like, in a frame, just bam. I love that. I love that transition. Meanwhile, Odysseus is still like, wait, what the fuck?
See? This life is amazing when you create.
Yeah, and they even brought back a sword.
Whatever we face, we'll be fine if we're leading from the heart.
Oh, just a little guy giving him the plant. Oh, that's so cute.
No matter the place, so we can light up the world. Here's how to start.
Okay, again, props to Mircsy for the expression work, because their expression work is awesome. Oh, I love this. So many of these artists do so good on the expressions. Also, just politics in the background being paraded by the Lotus Eaters. See, I love this. Odysseus goes from, like, analyzing the fruit, trying to find out what it is, and then the moment he realizes it's, oh shit. Oh, that's so good. Good, amazing expression work from Mircsy. Again, it does make me wonder how it'll be portrayed, because obviously we have polities stated where Odysseus is out, so very likely we'll get that kind of visual portrayal, maybe like this, of Odysseus kind of, like, looking the fruit over and figuring out what it is. Again, that's a good implication to what comes after from his line after this.
Here's how to start. Greet the world with open arms.
Don't eat it. Please don't eat it. No, don't. Oh, thank you, Odysseus.
My friend, I wish that I could say that I agree.
You know, I like how when they're all together, the Lotus Eaters look like a bush. That is, I do like how when they're all together, they look like a bush. That's good. That's good detailing.
But look at the way this fruit is glowing and filled with glowing seeds. It took me a while to notice just what kind of fruit they eat. It's a lotus, it controls your mind and never lets you free.
Okay. First off, amazing. Yeah, that is a very accurate description to, like, how the mythological lotus flower works. That it is that, like, whatever it is, it kind of, again, it basically gets you high as balls and puts you in, like, a cool, gentle state. Also, I just love the Lotus Eaters all doing things. You got the two dancing. You got two of them on the pile of fruit just chilling out of their minds. You got some pulling out big old bushels from their little boats. So, I do like that description. I don't think the real-life lotus flower actually has a fruit, but I do like that description that, like, the actual lotus flower is a water plant. It actually grows in, like, lily ponds and stuff like that. Like, it's a pond flower. So, I'm pretty sure the real plant doesn't have a fruit, but for the sake of mythological stuff, obviously, the lotus flower has a fruit. Maybe it did back in ye olden days. Who knows at this point, right? Who knows?
That's what we'd get with open arms.
Oh, I love that little...
Lotus Eaters.
This is just sitting there all depressed.
I'd like to show my friend that kindness is brave. Could you tell me where there's other food to eat? A cave! You're saying there's a cave where we could feed.
Again, I just love how Mircsy portrays it. Again, polities, yay, happy sunshine boy. But just the little one who's all up on Odysseus, just nuzzling him. Oh, that's cute. That's lovely.
And where do we sail to find this food-filled cave? Thank you.
Oh. Oh, that must feel lovely, just being all hugged up by all the Lotus Eaters in like a big old bush. That's just cute.
This life is amazing when you greet it with open arms. I see in your face there's so much guilt inside your heart. So why not replace it and light up the world?
An apple.
How to start. Greet the world with open arms. Greet the world with open arms.
Greet the world with open arms.
You can relax, my friend.
Okay, so there's a little bit after, as you can tell, but I do want to talk about this. God, this is such a good song. I like how it's just chill, it's nice, it's relaxing. Polities' voice gives a very good, chill, happy, hey, you can chill. And I love that end, just as the song goes out, just, you can relax, my friend. It's fine, you can let it go, you can let the tension loose, you can trust people, you can try to be kind. Oh, it's such a good song. Such a nice song. Again, bravo, perks to Jorge. Amazing vocals from, like, Steve, Polities' actor. Good shit, good shit. However, Mircsy did something very cool with this animatic to bridge it into the next one. Let's see. Flash warning, thank you. Are you truly fine, Odysseus? Let's just go. And that leads us, obviously, into the next one. That leads us right to Warrior of the Mind. Let's let it play out and let the playlist transition. Oh, the little Lotus Eater. Good job, Mircsy. Good job, Mircsy. Okay. So obviously this is part of why I stuck to Mircsy's for this one, because these two transition right from each other. Though there are some really good Warrior of the Mind animatics, which, ooh, good shit, good shit. Wolfy also has a really good one, I think. I think Gigi did one? I forget. But, so this one's fun. This is also when we finally get introduced to the next god after Zeus. This, well, you know, we'll get there. But this is also another song that I think people have probably, I think among, like, Just a Man and Ruthlessness, and this one, Warrior of the Mind, also has a moment in it that I'm pretty sure most people who have found out about Epic found out about it. Like, if you got into it from, like, shorts or TikToks and stuff, it was probably this song, because it has a segment in it that has also been very popular for use in, like, shorts and other style of content like that. So I'll point it out when we get to it. And there is another, I might not be able to go off about the mythological stuff as much in this song, because there's some parts of it I'm not fully clear on, because again, I need to dig in deeper than I already have, because I'm not as much of a mythological nerd as other people. Someone in the comments might point it out. I'll bring it up when we get there. So, again, this one carries off immediately after Mircsy's last one, Warrior of the Mind. We start off from where that was.
Have you forgotten the lessons I taught you?
Athena!
And that is the next god we get here, Athena, who I'm pretty sure here is very much associated with the piano. So that is her instrument. So her instrument is the piano. So keep in mind, whenever you hear a piano, that is hearkening to Athena in some form in other songs. So usually if someone like references something that Athena might have said or rewords it, you'll probably hear a piano in the back to it. So I've picked it up a couple of times.
Have you forgotten?
Also, keep in mind this tone, that dun 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 dun. That general melody for Warrior of the Mind also becomes associated with as a motif for Athena in general. So that's another little song bent to keep in mind. Another really good bit of musical storytelling that Jorge does. That having like a melody that certain characters are associated with, that being a leitmotif, very good, very good.
To turn off your heart, this is not you. I see you changing from.
Okay, and the owl, again, can go off mythologically speaking a bit. The owl was always associated with Athena by the Greeks. It's because of her nature as a goddess of war and wisdom, and the owl being seen as like a animal that symbolizes wisdom, so thus her symbol has very much always been, for a long time, been an owl. Also, I love the mood here. this sets up a lot with the gods, like harkening back to Zeus, how the gods have a very detached, ruthless view on humanity. So even she's saying that, close off your heart, this is not you. Just, I love this. Also, just the line that she says here, yeah, I'll just let it play.
Changing from how I've designed you.
Also, I love how Mircsy portrays this, how, like, Athena freaking swipes Odysseus to some mindscape, and just all these images of, like, memories as she comes in. Ooh, it's so good. That's such a good portrayal of this. And again, it's one of those scenes that I will repeat it often, makes me wonder how Jorge will portray the song on the stage itself. So this kind of idea of, like, an instant moment of a god using their power to, like, come in and say, hey, bucko, got some shit to say, and I don't want interruptions. So godly power is kicking. I don't know why my model is acting up. Again, we'll just have to live with it for the video. It's not too bad.
Have you forgotten your purpose?
Oh, dude. Okay, I'm hearing it because of headphones. That synth kick. Ooh, I like how. Oh, Mircsy, I like how you make her nails look kind of claw-like.
Let me remind you.
Oh, like she just threw him into the memory.
Goddess of wisdom, master of war. My life has one mission: create the greatest warrior. I had a challenge, a test of skill.
Mircsy! You can't just pull out cool, like, fun little keyframe animations like that. Just like, oh, that's so good. I love that. Like, that little... Okay, let's dial that back a couple seconds. Oh, I love that little bit of animation. Oh, that's so good. I love that. Using the owl, using Athena's flying to transition. Ooh, that's good shit.
Magic bar, only the best would kill. One day a boy came for the thrill.
I like how you have Odysseus, Eurylochus, and Polites here too. Okay, I'm gonna go back. The boar here, this is the mythological bit in the song I'm not too clear on. I'm pretty sure it has something to do with Odysseus. It almost makes me think the Caledonian boar, but that can't be right because the Caledonian boar was Atalanta. So I don't know which one. Someone in the comments who might know more, inform me. I might just look it up. I don't know. Editing me will probably look it up, but I'll probably put the name of the boar like underneath the video when I'm editing. So I'll figure it out when I'm done. Anyway, this is just a little bit of the mythology I'm unclear about. So it's not the Caledonian boar though, because again, that was Atalanta. Different myth, different story. Though, then again, the Greeks like their stories that involve boars and lions and other stuff like that. So it's not an uncommon thing.
One day a boy came for the thrill. A boy whose mind rivaled the boar's own will.
Let's go!
Maybe one day he'll follow me.
It's fun to portray Athena watching from the side as he does his plan. Like, oh, hey, this kid's got some spark in him. I like this one. I like this one. Oh, I just noticed her mask also looks like an owl. Nice detail, Mircsy. Nice.
Then they'll see I know he'll change the world, 'cause
Oh no, move, Polites, move!
you're of the mind. Maybe one day I'll reach him and we can build his skills as I teach him. If there's a problem, he'll have the answer. He is a warrior of the mind.
Okay, I had to let the song cook for a bit because it's so good. I like how, like, in the background you have, like, the piano going up and down the scale, and then you have, like, the horns and other stuff. This is such a well-composed song. Jorge's songs are so well-composed. Again, I don't have a musical background to break it down precisely. I just have I listen to a lot of music, so I'm pretty good at picking up on some stuff like that. It's so good, god damn it. And I like how we go to this slowdown we're about to hit. Ooh. Harkening back to the beginning of the song, that slowdown, that more reverb, that's good too, is like, we have this shift. Also, we're about to hit the part that has been referenced in all sorts of shorts, I'm pretty damn sure. You've probably seen it all over the place. You probably know it from the line, but nah, don't be modest, I know you're a goddess. You'll see.
Show yourself. I know you're watching me. Show yourself. I can see you.
How can you see through my spell?
I was lying, and you fell for my bluff.
I love this little smug moment, but does keep to Odysseus' character as being a bit more of a tricksy sort, right? You know, Odysseus in the mythology, like, you gotta keep in mind that Odysseus is a hero in the classical sense, where he's not necessarily like a virtuous and good person all the time, at least in the original myths. Obviously, play Odysseus is a little bit more modernized version of the character. But Odysseus was always portrayed as being smart, witty, a guy who used guile more than his own strength, which, you know, was always so he's always kind of been portrayed as a bit more of a trickster sort. So I do like keeping to this, where he just totally bluffs a goddess here. Is like, oh no, I could actually see through you, but hey, you fell for it. It's like, you fell for it, so hey, I got you. I tricked you.
Well done, enlighten me, what's your name?
You first, and maybe I'll do the same.
I do think this was a thing when it came to like Greek hospitality, where like actually you don't I don't know if it's in terms of politeness, but also, you know, you are talking to a goddess right now, Odysseus. You might want to dial it back a bit.
Nice try, but two can play this game.
Nah, don't be modest. I know you're a goddess, so let's be honest. You are Athena. Badass in the arena.
This is the part I was talking about that gets used in shorts a lot. Just this entire, that build up, that, nah, don't be modest, I know you're a goddess, you are Athena. Just like, yeah, that's been used a lot. Also, I do love the detail when he calls her out. When he finally calls her identity, how the mask vanishes to reveal her face in full. Very nice going there, Mircsy. Very nice.
Badass in the arena, unmatched, witty, and queen of the best strategies we've seen.
If you're looking for a mentor, I'll make sure your time's well spent.
Sounds like a plan, goddess and man, best is a friend.
He'll see where it ends.
Okay.
I love that little, just as he gets left hating. But this is another good bit of the story that I like to bring up. How Athena says you're looking for a mentor, but Odysseus says goddess and man, best as of friends. This is a nice little contrast between the two, where Athena sees herself only as a mentor to Odysseus, but Odysseus tries to see her as more of a friend, somewhere between that. But again, I love that little, as he gets hating, just, okay.
Sounds like a plan, goddess and man, best is a friend.
He'll see where it ends.
Okay.
One day they'll follow.
Oh, and I like that. Instead of putting the mask back on, now it's a headband. Nice.
And we'll make a greater tomorrow.
Ooh, the harmony!
They'll see, I know we'll change the world, 'cause we are the warriors of the mind. Maybe one day we'll reach them, and we can build their skills as we teach them. If there's a
Oh, the dog! Mircsy, you had to show the dog! Oh no!
problem, we'll have the answer. We are the warriors of the mind.
Okay, that's the cool thing of like running through the time cycles up to like Odysseus becoming the king of Ithaca and all that, and then you get like, I'm pretty sure the two actual Odysseus and Athena watching the scene.
To make sure you don't
Oh, wait, no, this is from something else, I think.
fall behind. Don't forget that you're a warrior.
Oh, yep, nope.
of a very
And we go back. Ooh, I like that detail, the armband with like the Athena decorations on it. Ooh, that's good.
special kind.
Nice one, Mircsy.
Warrior of the mind. Don't disappoint me.
Oh, that's so good. And I love the way this kind of shows Athena's character as like a god, right? How she's a lot more distant, almost impersonal about it. Just that don't disappoint me is like, that's a threat. That's not even a, like, no, that's remember who you are. Remember who I made you. And don't disappoint me in that. Oh, that's so good. Oh, I love it. I love that so much. Just the sound of it. I love what this sets up to with the connection between Odysseus and Athena. I do think I remember mythologically that Athena was also one of the gods who was on Odysseus' side, because Athena was on the side of the Greeks during the Trojan War, and she did, I think it's based on interpretation how much of a part she played in some of the Odyssey. This is probably more of a like interpretation on Jorge's part than it is from the actual mythology. Again, you know, taking liberties, modernizing some parts of it, whatever. All well and good. You're telling a story that is based on the Odyssey, not a retelling of the Odyssey itself. But I do like this continued portrayal. Like, again, we've obviously only met 2 of the gods so far. We've only met Zeus and we've met Athena. But I like how it kind of gives them this distance, like this impartiality from humanity to them, right? How so far both Athena and Zeus have told him, be ruthless. Remember what you are. You're a warrior of the mind. Close your heart. Don't feel. Be ruthless. And it sets this way. The other gods are going to be like this too. They all do it in a different way. I actually really like how Jorge has interpreted the gods in this in the play, where the gods are more like the embodiments of the aspects they are, rather than like a patron to it, right? So Zeus, as the king of the gods, embodies the storm, the power, the ruthlessness of being the top of the pantheon. And Athena, as a goddess of war and wisdom, is like raw logic and wartime thought. So that's why she has that. She's like, you're a warrior of the mind. You are meant to think with your head, to fight, to be a ruthless. What are you doing with this whole gentle act? Come on. So we'll get to more of it, because, again, the gods, the way they're interpreted is amazing. But let's finish out the animatic first, and I'll gap the rest. Then we have where Open Arms ended. And we have come full circle. Okay, that ends off, obviously, the Troy Saga, and will very nicely, eventually, to the next video, move us into the Cyclops Saga, which will be, like, a good 80% Mircsy for those animatics, because Mircsy's animatics for it are so good. Well, I'll talk about it when I get there, obviously, I'll save for that, but, oh boy, this ended up being a bit longer than expected, but hey, I yapped about all 3 songs for a pretty good amount of time, I'd say. And, again, nice discussion. Music is really good. I forgot to say it in the beginning again. Remember, with these videos, support the original creators first. I'll put the links are in the description. Go watch them, support Jorge in this endeavor to craft this play that he's been at for God knows how long now. It's all good stuff. So, I'll see you guys next time with the start of the Cyclops Saga, and likely the first 2 songs for that.